Hey, how's it going everyone? This is the Spegmeister, and welcome to the first video in my Halo 2 Anniversary Legendary walkthrough. So I'm going into this guide with a different approach from my previous two walkthroughs. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to include the first two missions of the campaign, followed up with Cairo Station. So if you want to skip ahead and go straight into the combat, I'll post a link in the description below or somewhere in the video for you to click on for your convenience. So with that, I hope you enjoy this guide and you stick around for other content that I post on this channel. Alright, here we go.
I do not trust you. He may, but I do not. Noted. My friend's trust is not the issue today, Spartan Locke. It is my trust you must earn. Arbiter? You are a hunter, yes. A seeker of things.
That's not the official job title, but it's close enough.
And now you hunt other Spartans. I'm not so much hunting a Spartan, as I'm hunting the Spartan. You seek. 117. I was not told the identity of your prey.
That is why I'm sharing it with you now. We're talking about trust, after all. May I ask you something? Your people used to call him Demon. Was that an insult or a compliment?
An insult, to be sure, but one with a modicum of respect. He was indeed my enemy, but in time, I named him ally, even friend. The events which forged this bond were complicated. There was only one chip.
One? Are you sure?
Yes. They called it the Pillar of Autumn.
Why was it not destroyed with the rest of their fleet?
It fled as we set fire to their planet. But I followed with all the ships in my command.
When you first saw Halo, were you blinded by its majesty?
Blinded?
Paralyzed? Dumbstruck?
No.
Yet the humans were able to evade your ships, land on the sacred ring, and desecrate it with their filthy footsteps.
Noble hierarchs, surely you understand that once the parasite attacked...
There will be order in this council.
You were right to focus your attention on the Flood. But this demon, this Master Chief...
By the time I learned the demon's intent, there was nothing I could do.
Noble prophet of truth, this has gone on long enough. Make an example of this bungler. The council demands it.
You are one of our most treasured instruments. Long have you led your fleet with honor and distinction. But your inability to safeguard Halo was a colossal failure.
It was heresy.
I will continue my campaign against the humans.
No, you will not. Soon the great journey shall begin. But when it does, the weight of your heresy will stay your feet, and you shall be left behind.
plating was about to fail. There's viscosity throughout the gel layer. Optics, totally fried. And let's not even talk about the power supply. You know how expensive this gear is, son?
Tell that to the Covenant.
And now we move on to the tutorial.
Well, I guess it was all obsolete anyway. Your new suit's a Mark 6, just came up from Songnam this morning. Try and take it easy until you get used to the upgrades. Okay, let's test your targeting first thing. Please look at the top light. Good. Now look at the bottom light. All right, look at the top light again. That's it. Now the bottom one. Okay. Everything checks out. Stand by. I'm gonna offline the inhibitors. Move around a little, get a feel for it. When you're ready, come meet me by the zapper. Pay attention, because I'm only going over this once. This station will test your recharging energy shields. Your new armor shields are extremely resilient, very efficient. Bingo! As you can see, they recharge a lot faster. If your shields go down, find some cover, wait for the meter to read fully charged.
That, or he can hide behind me. You done with my boy here, Master Guns? I don't see any training wheels.
His armor's working fine, Johnson. You're free to go, son. Just remember, take things slow.
Don't worry, I'll hold his hand.
So, Johnson, when you gonna tell me how you made it back home in one piece?
Sorry, Guns. It's classified.
My ass! Well, you can forget about those adjustments to your A2 scope.
Well, he's in a particularly fine mood. Maybe Lord Hood didn't give him an invitation. Earth. Haven't seen it in years. When I shipped out for basic, the orbital defense grid was all theory and politics. Now look, the Cairo is just one of 300 geosync platforms. That Mac gun can put a round clean through a Covenant capital ship. Coordinated fire from the Athens and the Malta, nothing's getting past this battle cluster in one piece. Ships have been arriving all morning. Nobody's saying much, but I'll bet something big's about to happen.
You told me there wouldn't be any cameras.
And you told me you were gonna wear something nice. Folks need heroes, Chief, to give them hope. So smile, would you? Well, we still got something to smile about.
Drawn quite a crowd. If they came to hear me beg, they will be disappointed. Are you sure?
Gentlemen, we're lucky to have you back. Go ahead, Cortana.
Another whisper, sir, near Io. We have probes en route.
I apologize, but we're going to have to make this quick.
You look nice.
Thank you.
Sergeant Major, the Colonial Cross is awarded for acts of singular daring and devotion. For a soldier of the United Earth Space Corps.
There can be no greater heresy. Let him be an example for all who would break our covenant.
Commander Miranda Keyes, your father's actions were in keeping with the highest traditions of military service. His bravery in the face of impossible odds reflects great credit upon himself and the UNSC. The Navy has lost one of its best.
Slip space ruptures directly off our battle cluster.
Show me.
15 Covenant capital ships holding position just outside the kill zone.
This is Fleet Admiral Harper. We are engaging the enemy.
Negative, Admiral. Form a defensive perimeter around the cluster. Commander, get to your ship. Link up with the fleet.
Yes, sir.
You have the mech gun, Cortana. As soon as they come in range, open up.
Gladly.
Something's not right. The fleet that destroyed Reach was 50 times this size.
Sir, additional contacts. Boarding craft and lots of them.
They're going to try to take our mech guns offline. Give their capital ships a straight shot at Earth. Master Chief, defend this station.
Yes, sir. I need a weapon.
Right this way.
To get things going with this mission, go ahead and pick up a battle rifle.
How's it going, Malta? Stand by. They're lashed. Check your targets, watch the crossfire. They're in standard formation. Little bastards up front, big ones in back. Good luck, Cairo.
For this beginning engagement, whatever secondary weapon you have doesn't really matter.
Field of fire on that bulkhead. As soon as that door opens, let them have it.
All hands, report to battle station.
Got a nice streak going.
So the first two waves will come through the blasted doors. On the third wave, two elites with dual plasma pistols will drop down from the second floor balcony. And then the fourth and final wave will come through the door.
Open weapons lockers.
At this point, go ahead and pick up a plasma pistol for your secondary weapon. And throughout this level, I'll be using the plasma combo to take care of the elites.
I need a squad at Habitat Alpha ASAP.
As you enter this section, go ahead and plasma combo the elites and headshot the grunts. Sometimes you may find an elite hidden in that little hallway. Instead of jumping down into the main area, what I'll do is come over to these stairs and go ahead and kill the elite that's usually below the stairs, but he came up after me this time. which is very unusual. And I'll also have a friend hidden in this corner. As you make your way across the room, you'll just have some grunts to deal with on both sides. Coming up to this corner, what I'll do is go plasma combo the elite and then headshot the grunts. And then I'll do the exact same on the other side.
Fire teams, quarters in section 2.
After it's all clear, go ahead and pick up a couple of fresh plasma pistols.
We've got borders in the Fort Pelican.
What I'll do when I come into this first Pelican Bay is make my way to the center of this platform. And I'll use this area to take cover. These crates will do a pretty nice job of shielding me against the elites that fire above. We're also introduced to grenades in this room for the first time, but I don't find them particularly useful for this engagement. You'll just have a few waves of Covenant that come out of the boarding craft ahead. And the final wave will have one Elite Ultra, as well as a couple of grunts. Don't take the grunts too lightly because they each will have a needler.
Hey, check it out. The Malta's already driven off its borders.
Malta, what is your status? Over.
I don't believe it! They're retreating! We won!
This is bad. Real bad.
Once these doors blast open, go ahead and chuck a frag grenade and see if you can kill the grunts.
All hands, brace for impact.
Once you take care of the grunts, then it's quite a bit easier to handle the elites. Just try to use the Pelican for cover as best as you can. What I'll do at this point is try to find a couple of fresh plasma pistols. I'll leave one of them here, but I'll take another one with me going into the next Pelican Bay. As you come up here, go ahead and shoot the grunts off the turrets. And then what you can do is use this entrance as a holding point against the Covenant. You'll find your grenades come in quite a bit more useful on this part. Eventually you'll have to deal with a couple of ultras and later on an elite zealot with an energy sword. So this is the reason why I brought the extra plasma pistol with me. In case you run out, you can just go back to that corner and grab a fresh one.
they're leaving the Athens.
Cortana, assessment.
That explosion came from inside the Athens. Same as the Malta. The Covenant must have brought something with them. A bomb.
And they sure as hell brought one here. Chief, find it.
As you come down these stairs, go ahead and stick the elite. You'll also have one more elite to deal with, and he'll be on the other side. And for this guy, you can either try to stick him or go for the plasma combo, which is a safer option.
All hands, the pressure zone.
As soon as that door opens, go ahead and stick the elite, and then come to the other side really quickly and plasma combo the other invisible elite. If you're quick enough, you can kill them before they activate their active camo on you. And then once you come into the armory, you'll just have 2 elites waiting above for you. Occasionally, you may have an elite ultra as one of the elites. As you make your way into this room, go ahead and chuck a grenade on the other side, and you can hopefully knock out a couple of grunts at the least. Just take your time as you're making your way through this section because there are 3 turrets stationed in this area. The turret that's on the far end of the room, that's on the 2nd floor, will have 2 grunts near it. One of them will already be on the turret, and then he'll have a spotter. So if you take out the gunner, the spotter will usually jump on. At this point in the room, some more reinforcements will appear on the other side. And once again, I'll just noob combo the elites and then headshot the grunts.
Chief, we don't have much time.
In this corner, you'll have one more turret to deal with. But as long as you peek around the corner really quick and headshot the grunt, it's not too bad. As you come up here, go ahead and go ahead and grenade on the other side. And then just noob combo the elites. You can try to use the center pillar as cover, which works pretty well.
Come on, Chief, this way.
I was almost on board the Mayshore.
Don't worry, ma'am. We're on.
Once you make your way closer to the end of this hallway, you'll have some more reinforcements show up.
All hands, report to evacuation station.
As you come to this exterior section, try to stick one of these jetpacking elites. Otherwise, you can just try to noob combo them. And in case if you didn't grab a plasma pistol, there is a fresh one provided in the hallway.
Sir, boarders have breached the fire control center. They have a bomb.
Can you defuse it?
Yes, but I'll need the Chief's help to make contact with the detonator.
Chief, get to the bomb, double time. Cortana, prioritize targets and fire at will.
As you make your way to the next door, You'll have 2 more jetpacking elites that appear.
First echelon, you're with me. Blanket those cruisers. Take them out one by one. Second echelon, keep those carriers busy.
Registering all hostile vessels. 13 cruisers, 2 assault carriers. I'm going loud.
This is optional if you want to pick them at an SMG to take out these drones. As long as you fire in short bursts, you can actually hit them pretty well from a distance. Just don't get too careless by standing out in the open against these guys because they can tear through you rather quickly. This lift will actually make its way up to the top for you, but if you want to play through this mission a little bit quicker, you can jump down and activate the switch right away, even if there are enemies still on board. Before you leave, grab a couple of plasma pistols,
Sir, they're heading straight for the Cairo. Cortana,
and you can drop one of them right here.
Admiral, do what you can against the second. Everyone, form up. Follow my lead.
The first carrier completely ignored us, sir. Blew through the Malta's debris field and headed straight for Earth.
As you come out here, just be really careful when dealing with the turret. And you'll also have a couple of jetpacking elites too. Right about here, you'll trigger 2 more elites. Once again, you can just try to keep your distance on these guys. As long as you're close enough to the elites, even if the plasma pistol's reticle does not turn red, you can still lock on to your target. But you do have to be a certain distance away for it to work. If you get too far away, it won't have that effect.
Just so you know, there are quite a few elites guarding the bomb. You may need to get creative.
Now, as you come into this room, just drop one of your plasma pistols somewhere by the entrance or in a safe area at the least. You'll want to take this room rather carefully because there usually will be an ultra or 2 waiting for you. For this section, you can use a combination of grenades or the plasma combo to deal with these elites. Just make your way from one side of the room to the other in order to clear it out. And usually one of the elites will have a needler on hand, so be very wary of him. And that should be the last enemy.
Inside your head now.
How much time was left?
You don't want to know.
Cairo, this is an Amberclad. The carrier shield is down. I'm in position and ready for immediate assault.
Negative, Commander. Not against a ship that size. Not on your own.
Sir, permission to leave the station.
For what purpose, Master Chief?
To give the Covenant back their bomb.
Permission granted.
I know what you're thinking, and it's crazy.
So, stay here.
Unfortunately for us both, I like crazy. Just one question. What if you miss?
I won't.
Flew pretty good.
Chief, get inside. Gear up. We're taking this fight to the surface.
And there we go. That is the end of Cairo Station. So, this mission, I wouldn't say it's necessarily one of the hardest if you're playing through the campaign on Legendary, but I would argue that if you're going from Heroic to Legendary, you'll notice quite a difference in terms of the difficulty in the enemies that you fight across the level. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and I hope that you stay tuned for future episodes. Thank you for tuning in.